All right. Well, good evening, and thank you so much for hopping on with us tonight. My name is Rob Ford. I'm Tipmont and Wintek's Communication Director. To help us move along tonight, we've turned off your microphones and cameras, but we will take time to answer your questions at the end. So please share any questions that you have in the Q&A area of the Zoom application. Uh, and we're not monitoring the chat or the raise hand feature, so please make sure that your questions go in that Q&A area. We also have a couple of our employees standing by as well. So please enter your questions if they come up, and we may be able to get you an answer as we go. I know a lot of you are attending tonight over a slow internet connection. We're very much looking forward to seeing you in person again, and hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. If you miss anything, don't worry. We'll make a recording of this presentation available within the next few days. And you can always call our office and speak with a local representative with any questions that don't get answered this evening. But first, I want to draw a gift card winner. So congratulations to Ray and Cindy Williams. You've won a $50 Visa gift card, and we'll send that to the address that you registered for this meeting with, and we'll announce our other winner at the end before the Q&A. All right, so here's our agenda for this evening. I'll briefly go over who Wintek is and what fiber technology is. And then we'll cover timelines for ordering service, service features and pricing, and what happens after you order service. And then we'll conclude with some information on streaming video options that you can take advantage of with a super fast internet connection. So I want to begin with a brief explanation of what Wintek is and what fiber internet is. Wintek is a local technology company and had been building fiber internet in small pockets of Tippecanoe County for about 10 years. In January 2019, Tipmont acquired Wintek, and the skill and knowledge of Wintek's employees has really helped us accelerate our fiber internet build to our electric service area. Now we're all one big team working to provide you essential services, and we call our fiber internet service Wintek, powered by Tipmont. So what is fiber internet, and how does it compare to other services such as satellite or fixed wireless? The new fiber lines in your area are essentially hair-thin strands of glass that transmit pulses of light. These strands are specifically designed to send two-way information over long distances. So there are three factors that distinguish fiber from other communication technologies, and that's speed, performance, and reliability. Most people in Fountain County connect to the internet using these four technologies: a satellite dish, DSL, which is short for digital subscriber line or internet that comes in over an existing phone line, fixed wireless, or a cellular hotspot. Again, fiber is specifically designed to send two-way information over long distances. So it has the largest capacity of any technology available, meaning super fast download and upload speeds. Most of these existing technologies were built for the cable or the satellite or the telephone company to send video and audio signals back to you, and then for you to send simple analog signals back to them. They were never intended for you to send large amounts of data back to them, which is what the modern internet now requires. All right, so this chart that you'll see next on your screen shows our fiber speeds and pricing compared with other rural internet services. Satellite is usually the top choice in rural areas because it's available anywhere you can get a signal. But your speed is limited because there's only so much frequency available. Your download speeds on satellite usually top out at about 25 to 30 megabits per second, and your upload speed will be much less. By comparison, our lowest fiber package is 250 megabits per second download and 250 megabits per second upload. The other thing to note on this graph are the orange bars that represent upload speed. In almost all other cases, your upload speed will be much slower than your download speed. This isn't the case with fiber technology because our lines have so much capacity. So why does this matter? Modern internet applications require you to upload as much data back to the internet as you are downloading. So think video calls, backing up your photos and videos, online gaming, and now remote working and education. All of those require high upload speeds. Our fiber internet is a symmetrical connection. Your upload speed is just as fast as your download speed. The second key factor of fiber is performance. Now, we measure internet performance using a value called latency. Latency is measured in milliseconds, and it is the time it takes for the data to go from your home to the remote server and then return. So in the case of satellite internet service, the signal has to go clear to space and then to the remote server, then back to the satellite, and then back to your home. That's about 40,000 miles round trip. So your latency times are typically about 600 milliseconds. What's generally considered acceptable on the modern internet is about 50 milliseconds or less. On a fiber connection, your latency is usually less than 5 milliseconds. What that means for you is that you can do things on the internet in almost real time. If you've tried video chatting on a satellite connection, you've likely noticed a delay in the conversation. You see the same thing on news broadcasts where they talk over the top of one another. This is because of the high latency time it takes for the signal to make that round trip. And the third and final factor is reliability. Reliability is a common complaint with DSL and wireless internet service because the technology is limited by basic physics. Data on copper-based lines can only travel about 2 or 3 miles before resistance causes the signal to degrade. If you have satellite or fixed wireless, you're also prone to signal loss from bad weather. Data on fiber optics don't use an electrical current. This allows data to be sent at faster speeds over greater distances. And since there's no metal involved, fiber optic lines aren't susceptible to interference and weather complications. So the result is virtually unlimited bandwidth that won't slow down during peak usage times. And that unlimited bandwidth means that there are no limits or no data caps on your usage. Because our fiber lines have so much capacity, there is no reason for us to limit how much data you want to use. So if you want to connect 50 TVs in your home, all streaming video at the same time, you go right ahead. Or maybe more possible, if you have a large family gathering, especially young people, they all come with their own devices these days. And as I'll show you in a minute, our router allows you to connect up to 250 devices. And the fiber technology is what makes this possible. All right, so now we're going to cover service features and pricing. So we call this hassle-free internet. There are no fees and no gimmicks. There are no contracts and no fine print. Your installation is free. There's no promotional pricing. So what you pay will not skyrocket the moment your promotion expires. So now on your screen is what your bill will look like. If you order our $65 service, $65 is what you will pay. There's no modem rental or other surprise fees. We also often get asked whether you get two separate electric and internet bills. The answer is yes. We do bill the electric internet service separately from bill the Wintek internet service, separately from the Tipmont electric service. You can still manage both with one account in our Smart Hub portal. You also have the option to enable auto pay on one or both of those bills if that makes things easier for you. All right, so before I get to service pricing, we're going to do a quick poll. And the question is, how many devices do you have connected in your home to the internet? So that poll should be popping up on your screen. So if you see it, go ahead and enter your answer. And remember, this isn't just phone and computers. Think smart speakers such as Alexa, smart thermostats such as the Nest, video gaming systems if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, and so on. If the poll's not working for you, that's okay. There's no special reward for this. This is just to help you think about how many connected devices are in your home, which will help you select the right speed package. And I'm going to show you here in just a minute. All right, so it looks like most of you, about 73%, are in that 1 to 10 range. About 20% have more than 10 devices connected in your home, and there's a few of you, about 5 of you, about 6%, that have over 25 devices connected in your home. So that's pretty good. All right, we'll go ahead and close the poll, and we'll move on and talk about some of our pricing. All right, so we offer three service packages. Our lowest package is 250 megabits per second download and 250 megabits per second upload for $65 per month. And again, this is a symmetrical connection, so your download speed is just as fast as your upload speed. And I also want to reiterate that $65 is exactly what you pay on your bill. There's no additional fees and no tax since Indiana does not tax internet service. Our second package is 500 megabits per second download and upload for $85 a month. And our biggest package is a full gigabit or 1,000 megabits per second for $95 per month. So if you're wondering which package is right for you, almost everyone will do just fine with the $65 package. For most of you in Fountain County, it's probably a tenfold increase over what you have today. And if you'll recall, we just asked about the number of connected devices in your home. So that's one of the measuring sticks that you can use to help you choose which package might be right for you. If you have more than 25 connected devices in your home, you may want to consider the 500 megabits per second package. And the gigabit package is really for people who have more than 50 connected devices or maybe have an army of teenagers that live with you. But then again, this is hassle-free internet. So if you want to change packages at any time, just call us. There's no fee to do so. And also, when you order service, we offer your choice of a free month of service or a Roku Streaming Stick Plus. All right, so let's get to construction. Construction is nearing completion on about 167 brand new miles of fiber lines, which will bring service to over 1,000 homes in our Yeddo build area. So the dot in the middle of the build area is where our Yeddo electric substation is located. The crews started at the substation and then they built the fiber backbone lines to the east first. Then they returned to the substation and began building the backbone to the west. We've had a few construction delays due to a shortage of materials and bad weather over the last several weeks, but we're working through it. And here's how we're going to begin taking orders. So because of the material and construction delays and an expected high volume of orders in this build area, we're going to open the build areas for orders in two sections. So this is the map you'll see if you visit join.wintek.com. The eastern half of the build is now open for orders. The second half of our Yeddo build, or the western half, will open for orders on Monday, March 22nd. So some of you may be wondering which area or which zone you're in. The best way to check is to go to join.wintek.com and click on the zones link at the top of the page or enter your address on the registration form. We're also going to make a recording of this presentation available after the meeting. And I hate that we have to delay the western half, but the circumstances of weather and material delays were beyond our control. And it's also going to help us manage what we expect to be a high volume of orders in this area. It will also help us move efficiently through the additional installation steps that I'm going to show you here in just a moment. So when you order service, there are a few steps that we still have to do. And one of the key things to know is that it's going to take some time to get your service active. Whereas other providers already have infrastructure in place, we're building this network from the ground up, and that simply takes time. So first, order service by visiting join.wintek.com or by calling our office at 800-726-3953, and we'll share these numbers again at the end. If you call our office, our hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Once you've ordered service, one of our connection specialists will schedule a time to visit with you at your home. This visit is to plan where you want the line and the network interface box on the outside of your home to go. So this picture that you see now, this is Heath. He's one of our fiber installers. And this photo shows the box that we install on the outside of your home, usually next to your existing electric meter. In most cases, the fiber line from the road to your home will follow the same path as your existing electric line. If your electric lines are buried, we'll bury the fiber line as well. If your electric lines are overhead, the fiber line will run overhead. One other question we're often asked is whether we can run the internet to an outbuilding, such as a barn or a workshop. The answer is usually yes. It just requires some planning. So if you want your internet service to extend to an additional building, or if you have other unique circumstances, please have a list ready and discuss that with the connection specialist during that home visit. So once you've signed off on these plans, our fiber contractors, a company named Barriott, will run the line to the outside of your home. And we call this process drop construction. And because of high demand and some winter weather, we're still fighting through, this process right now is taking between 8 and 10 weeks. Service demand and Mother Nature can easily push this timeline back even further. Hopefully we don't run into that, but if we do, we'll try to keep you updated as best as we can through the process. So once the line to the outside of your home is complete, we will call you to schedule your in-home installation. So this entire installation process is free. And during the in-home installation, our professional installer will run the line from the box on the outside of your home all the way to your fiber modem inside your home. And that's an important distinction. This truly is fiber all the way to the modem inside your home. You don't have to worry about the last leg of your service coming in over aging copper lines that may inhibit your internet performance. So a little bit about the Wi-Fi modem itself. The Yeddo build area will be the first to get our new Wi-Fi modem called the GigaSpire. Its best feature is its Wi-Fi 6 capability, which basically means that it provides superior Wi-Fi coverage in your home. We also call this managed Wi-Fi, meaning that we can provide support to help you manage your Wi-Fi if you have any trouble after your installation. It also allows you to connect up to 250 devices to it. Now, the highest number we've heard so far in someone's home is 80 connected devices. So if any of you happen to beat that, let us know and we'll throw you a big party and officially certify you as a nerd. So I'm just about finished and we'll get to your questions here in a moment. But I do want to talk about streaming video. The speeds you get from fiber internet service open a lot of new entertainment options for you, and they can cost a lot less than what you might be paying right now to a satellite or DSL or another type of provider. So streaming video is live television or movies delivered over your internet connection rather than over satellite or traditional cable. We have a lot of people ask whether they can bundle TV service with Wintek fiber internet. We made the decision early on not to offer our own video service because there are so many good streaming services out there. And with fiber internet, you have more than enough bandwidth to stream anything and everything you want. So streaming services have several benefits over traditional cable or satellite television. First, they're generally cheaper than cable or satellite TV, and I'll show you a new tool to help you compare prices in just a moment. Second, they don't require any set-top boxes or installation. They typically don't have any contracts, just like our internet service, so you can cancel anytime without penalty. And last, they have apps that allow you to watch your shows anywhere you have an internet connection. So, for example, when we take road trips, my wife will often watch Hallmark movies in the car, assuming that we have a good cell signal. Now, this is when I'm driving, of course. By no means are we suggesting that you watch TV while you drive. Now, there are a few differences when it comes to streaming video. The first is that these services don't come with a big fancy remote control. So on your screen is a picture of the remote that comes with the Roku that you can choose to get when you order service. It's very simple, and a lot of people find that it does what it needs to do. Second, the channel selection is somewhat fragmented. Now, if you have satellite TV, you pretty much get every channel that you could ever want and many channels that you don't want. The streaming providers limit their channel selections to the ones that people actually watch. And in just a moment, I'll show you a tool that will help you choose the right service for you. So there's two kinds of streaming video. The first is live TV. These are providers such as YouTube TV, Sling, Hulu, AT&T that offer live television channels and sports, just like you get from cable and satellite providers. Most of these streaming providers also have local channels such as WRTV, WTHR, and Fox 59 out of Indianapolis. The second type of streaming service is called on demand. And these are services where you choose what and when you want to watch. There's no programming schedule. It's like having a giant virtual DVD collection. Netflix is the most popular. If you have Amazon Prime, you already have access to Amazon Prime Video. And other examples include Disney Plus, NBC Peacock, and CBS All Access. So to stream video content, you need two things. The first is plenty of bandwidth. Generally speaking, a high definition video stream requires about 15 megabits per second dedicated for each stream. So our lowest internet package of 250 megabits per second would allow you to have 16 devices all streaming in high definition at the same time. The second thing you need is a smart TV or a streaming device. So if your TV can connect to the internet and has streaming apps available, such as Netflix, Hulu, YouTube TV, or others, then you're good to go. Otherwise, you'll need a streaming device such as Apple TV, Amazon's Fire Stick, or a Roku. We recommend Rokus because they're really easy to use and have nearly every app available. If you don't have a streaming device, you can choose to get one for free when you sign up to order Wintek service. Or if you already have a streaming device, your other option is to get your first month of service for free. All right, so how do you choose which streaming service is right for you? We have a new tool at streaming.wintek.com that is now available to help you pick the right streaming service for you. All you have to do is answer a few brief questions about your viewing needs, and the tool will recommend the best and the most economical streaming options available to you. Additionally, the tool has a streaming marketplace section where you can learn more about each individual streaming service. At last count, about 160 streaming providers are featured. And another thing to note is that there's actually quite a bit of free content available. If you get a Roku, you'll have access to the Roku channel, which streams thousands of shows at no cost. And you can access the Roku channel using that free Roku device that we offer when you order service. And here's one more helpful website. It's called justwatch.com. It allows you to search individual movies or shows and see which streaming networks carry that show or movie. It's really helpful if you have a specific show or shows on your must-watch list when you're evaluating which of the streaming services are right for you. And lastly, if you want traditional legacy video, where you would have a set-top box on each TV and a dedicated remote, we do have a partnership with Mulberry Telecommunications. You can order a Mulberry television or phone when you order internet service, and we'll install it during your internet installation. So the prices are there on your screen. Their video packages range from $100 to about $160, and their voice package, which also comes in over your fiber modem, so it's voice over IP, is $35 per month. All right, so that's what I have. I hope you found it helpful. We're really excited to bring this much needed essential service to Fountain County. And we also believe that this is a watershed moment for Fountain County. Some of you may have heard that we did an econometric study with Purdue a few years back, and that study found a 400% return on fiber broadband investment. And that was before the COVID pandemic forced an even greater reliance on internet connectivity. So we're really proud to be actively solving this internet access gap, this digital divide, if you will, that is still plaguing a lot of rural America today. If you're in the eastern half again, you can order service today at join.wintek.com or by calling our member service team at 800-726-3953. And again, they're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And for those of you in the western half, again, that date is March 22nd to get orders opened up in the western half of the Yeddo build. Before I get to some of your questions here, I see there's quite a few in there. I want to pick our second gift card winner. So congratulations to Rodney Malone. Rodney, we've got a Visa gift card to send your way, and we'll contact you after we'll verify your mailing address that you entered when you registered for the meeting, and we'll get that gift card sent in the mail to you. All right, so I see a couple of questions in the Q&A. I want to thank everyone that signed on with us tonight. I'm going to answer as many of these as come in, so please continue to send them in, and we'll take them in the order that they came in. All right, so from Roger Spurgeon, when can we expect the calls to go out to schedule pre-installation walkthrough, i.e. where the placement of the lines are going to be, as well as the location of the router? Great question. I spoke with our construction manager this morning. He believes we still have about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of construction left in the eastern half of our build, at which time, once that construction is complete and those lines are successfully tested, we'll begin making the calls for that connection specialist visit to your home. So you can expect those calls in about 2 weeks. Next question from Douglas Anderson. If we are signed up at join.wintek.com, is there anything else that we need to do to ensure that our order is submitted? That answer is yes. Now you'll need to go back and log in. You should have created a login when you originally signed up, and you'll need to complete your order. So you need to select the product that you want. Again, there's 3 of them, 65, 85, and 95. You'll need to select the product that you want to place your order. The other thing you can do is call our office. The number's there on your screen, 800-726-3953, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Complete your order. Next question is from Larry Vale. Will there be service to Lake Holiday Hideaway? Will there be partial year service? So first question, will there be service to Lake Holiday Hideaway? I'm pretty sure that there will be. I believe that is in the western half of the build. So those orders will open March 22nd. In terms of partial year service, yes, that's an option as well. I believe, and I'll need to double check on this, but I'm pretty sure we allow up to a 6-month pause in your service. So if you head somewhere else for half the year, you'll just need to call our office and put your service on pause. And I believe we allow that pause to occur for up to 6 months. From Tammy Marion, what if you already ordered service by calling the Tipmont office? So we actually opened up the orders for this zone, I believe about 24 hours ago. So if you've ordered your service within the last 24 hours, your order should be in there and it should be good to go. If you want to call in and check on that, feel free to do so. In fact, I'm making a note to my Janet across the table here, and she's going to check on that for you, Tammy. So we'll verify that your order's in there and ready to go. So thanks for the question. From Margaret Gurney, can you stream any sports such as baseball, football, etc.? The answer to that is absolutely yes. So at my home, I have YouTube TV as my streaming service, and I specifically chose that because it has the widest amount of sports channels available. Excuse me. So they have everything from ESPN, ESPN News, ESPN2, ESPNU. It has the Big Ten Network. It has the ACC Network. I believe it has MLB channel, NFL channel. It really has a wide variety of sports channels available. But if you go to that streaming tool at streaming.wintek.com, one of the things that you can enter in there are the specific channels that you want to get. It will ask you which channels that are important to you. And so certainly go and select all of the sports channels that you want to see. And then when you get to the end of that little wizard walkthrough, it will recommend which service or services will be right for you to get all the sports channels that you want. From Danielle Blackburn, do you have to be a Tipmont customer to get this service? There are several here at the lake that are close to Tipmont poles, but are on Duke. Right now, we are only building this service to our Tipmont Electric membership. So if you're on Duke Internet, I'm sorry, but we are only building today to the Tipmont Electric membership. That may change once we get the entire build to our Tipmont membership complete, which we expect to happen in 2024. But as of right now, our obligation is to our electric membership, and so that's where we're building our internet service today. From Chad Townsend, has your company received any awards yet? If not, we will sign you up. Answered all of our questions. Thank you. And he says, look forward to ditching ResNet and satellites. Well, Chad, that's very kind of you. Thanks for the compliments, and we look forward to getting you better internet soon. From Ronald Murdoch, is there any way to pre-order on the west side just to get it out of the way? Not yet. But if you're signed up at join.wintek.com, we'll notify you. We'll send out an email to you, or if you just want to mark your calendar for March 22nd, that's when you'll be able to enter your order. And that's really just going to help us manage what we expect to be a pretty high volume of orders in this area. So stay tuned with us. From Gene Cook, I'm already registered and it won't let me access the dashboard. What can I do? So I'm making a note to Janet across the table. She will check into that for you. So Janet, again, that name is Gene Cook, Jean, and then last name Cook. So Janet will be reaching out to you to get that resolved for you. Thank you. All right, Shannon Black says, during installation, does someone have to be home for the installation to proceed? So now I'm going to look down the table at Patrick, who's also in the room. He's one of our internet installers. I believe someone does need to be home, and it needs to be an adult 18 years or older for the installation to proceed. So the answer to your question is yes, someone does need to be at your home when we do the in-home install. Similar question from Larry Vale, can we pre-order before March 24th for the Western Zone? Unfortunately, no. And again, that date is March 22nd, Monday, March 22nd. So mark that date on your calendar if you're in the Western Zone to go ahead and place your order for service. From Ricky Rom, does streaming cost extra? And if yes, what is the price range? Yes, streaming does cost extra. So those are completely separate services from Wintek, completely separate companies. And the costs really vary depending on what you want. I believe Netflix, Patrick, do you know how much Netflix costs? It's right now it's about $10 or $12 a month. Yeah, $10 to $15 a month. So that's an on-demand service. I think Disney Plus is like $8 or $9 a month. And those are both on-demand services. So where you just, you watch whatever content they have available on your schedule. The live TV services such as Hulu, YouTube TV, Sling, AT&T TV is one. Those prices tend to range from about $45 anywhere all the way up to about $90 a month. I currently have YouTube TV, and I'm pretty sure that price is about $65 a month. And it really has a pretty good range of channels. But I believe it only has one package. So if you look at Hulu or Sling, they've got a couple of different channel packages available. But again, we really recommend that you go to streaming.wintek.com, and that will guide you through the process to help you know which streaming service is right for you. So streaming.wintek.com, please take advantage of that free tool. Larry Vale says, we were familiar with the Wintek brand because of the Wi-Fi service at Yeddo Baptist Church. Thank you, Larry. We've deployed about 16 free Wi-Fi hotspots all throughout our service area. I know there's one at Yeddo Baptist Church. There's one in the town of Wingate, and I believe there's another one close to Twin Lakes Campground, kind of there in Fountain County. And we set up those free Wi-Fi hotspots for anyone to use really at your leisure. You just need to drive up and click a few buttons on the free Wi-Fi page, and away you go. So please share that with your friends and families and neighbors. If they need access to internet service in a pinch, those free Wi-Fi hotspots are available, and we plan to leave those up there indefinitely. So we hope the community takes advantage of those. All right, from Ricky Rom, can you expand on what they do to get into the house from the outside mounted box? So I think I'm going to have Patrick walk over here. Patrick is one of our in-home installers, and Ricky, I'm going to have Patrick answer this question for you. Can you expand on what they do to get into the house from the outside mounted box?
Yeah, so if they have a crawl space or a basement, we'll take the fiber down, drill into like the band board, and then we'll run it over. And we typically like to cut a hole in the wall for a single gang box, and then we'll drill a hole through the wall and put a wall plate on the wall. The other option would be to go up and into the attic, and then down another wall, similar to the other way.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. From David Wilson, is Wallace, Indiana, in the order area? I'm not certain on that one. The best way to tell is to go to join.wintek.com and enter your address, and that will give you that will tell you whether or not you're in an order area. The other thing you can do is call our office, 800-726-3953, and we're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Just give your address to the member service representative, and they'll be able to answer your question. All right, so I think that's all the questions I saw. I don't see any more in the Q&A. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on tonight. We will make a recording of this available in the next couple of days, so look for that email, and we'll put it on our YouTube channel. And again, we really look forward to serving everyone in Fountain County, and we're very excited to bring this badly needed essential service to the rural area. So thanks again for being on tonight. My name's Rob Ford. One more question. Oh, yeah, congratulations to the gift card winners. And Shannon Black says, good job. Cannot wait for real internet. Shannon, we can't wait to serve you. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Everyone have a wonderful and pleasant evening, and we look forward to serving you soon. Take care.